Hey guys, and welcome back to the show. I am your host, Megan Hardy, and I'm the founder of Fitness Uncharted, which is a fitness and nutrition coaching company that I designed to help women build muscle, lose fat, and improve your metabolism so that you can feel healthy and confident in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. And today we're going to be talking about when is the right time to hire a coach and who needs a coach. Do you need a coach or not? If you're someone who has been on the fence about coaching or wondering, like, can I just do this on my own or should I seek outside help? This episode is for you to hopefully help clarify some of that. And before we jump on in, I'm just going to give you a little personal story, like I tend to do at the beginning of these episodes, and just, be a little self deprecating. So hopefully you can feel better about yourself from some of my own, embarrassing moments and whatnot. But it's funny. I am recording this on a Sunday, as I often do. And, part of that is kind of intentional because I'm like, well, when I'm recording the video part of it, I am usually coming from church or going to church when I am recording. So I'm actually kind of not dressed up, but I'm just actually wearing like normal person clothes and I'm wearing like jewelry. Uh, so I'm not saying it's like anything fancy. It's just like I've actually put mascara on. So anyway, I thought this was hilarious and made me think about it because today I'm wearing earrings because I'm recording on a Sunday. I just got back from church. And something that my niece said to me this past week, she asked me, I came over to cook dinner with her and my nephew. And while my sister and brother in law were out on a date night. And she was like, Yaya, she calls me Yaya, first of all. I got that nickname when one of them was really little and it's stuck ever since. So they don't call me Aunt Megan or Auntie or anything like that. They call me Yaya. So she was like, Yaya, she's 10 years old. She said, Yaya, do you like ever wear earrings in your first hole or like just your second hole? Because I have two piercings on my ears on each side. And I always keep the second piercing earrings in because they're just like diamond studs. But then the first hole, earring holes, I will usually put like dangly earrings in if I'm getting ready or actually getting dressed. And I was like, so when she asked me, like, do you like ever put earrings in like on the first holes? I was like, yeah, I do and I was like, well, when I'm actually, getting dressed and not wearing spandex and workout clothes, dot, 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 dot. And I was like, oh man. So I was like, I need to start wearing more earrings so that my niece doesn't think I'm like some slum over here in my workout clothes all the time, which is the truth because I am. But I was like, wow, that's hilarious that like every time she sees me, I'm like never done up or never even wearing makeup and earrings. I'm just like over here in my sweaty spandex. So I was like, gosh, I got to do better. I mean, there's like even my sister, she always looks so cute and trendy. She has two kids, works full time, just always up on her trends and stuff. And I'm like, dang, I'm like, I gotta do better over here. So anyway, today I've got earrings on, feeling good. So let's jump on into the topic, coaching. So the thing with coaching, you guys, is there is a big difference between knowing what to do and actually freaking doing it, right? Like you have to follow through. So that is where you might have heard the saying, knowledge without application is useless. So if you have a bunch of knowledge, that's great. High five for you. Pat yourself on the back. But if you don't apply that knowledge, it's useless, right? So you might like know how to wipe your butt, but if you don't actually wipe your butt, it's useless to know how to do it, right? I literally just thought of that as an example. There's probably way better examples I could have given, but now you get my point, right? So knowledge is cool, but if you don't apply the knowledge, it really doesn't matter. Same thing goes for information. Information is not transformation. Information is not transformation. So just because you have a lot of information, just because you've studied a lot of books, just because you've listened to a lot of podcasts, just because you have Googled a lot of searches, does not mean you're going to see the transformation that you want. Whatever, field you're trying to excel at doesn't mean you're going to see transformation, whether that is your physical fitness, that's your business, that's your relationships, whatever. You can really absorb all of that information But if you don't apply it, you're not going to see the transformation happen in your life. And just as like an example for you, I've had clients who have told me like, I should know what to do. Like I've had calls with a lot of women who have been like, I like feel about even being on this call because I'm like, I know what to do. I know I should know what to do. And I actually like to work out. I'm motivated. I know what healthy foods look like. And I already eat healthy most of the time, but they're not seeing the results that they want. And they have a really great foundation. Like those women, like I'm like, you have a solid foundation, like, and a solid amount of information and knowledge. Now they just need slight tweaks and changes to their nutrition and training to dial things in. And they need the accountability of a second pair of eyes on their day to day to see what tweaks need to be made. So it's actually like a great thing that they aren't starting from scratch. And as a matter of fact, like with my company, Fitness Uncharted, we don't even work with clients who are completely brand new to training or brand new to eating healthy or have no idea what healthy food looks like. Like those people would be better served by a different program, not my program. And I'll refer them out to another coach in one of my circles. I've done that plenty of times where I'm like, I get on a call with someone. I'm like, hey, like I work with people who are a little bit more advanced than this. Like, I think that you would probably be better served by this other coach. I don't think it's the right fit. And so the fact that a lot of these women have a solid foundation and they just need the dialing in and the tweaking, those smaller adjustments to hone things in, I'm like, you're off to a really great start. And that's really my bread and butter is working with clients who have a base level of knowledge, but want to take it to the next level. They're doing a lot of things, quote unquote, right, but they're not seeing the body composition changes that they are working so hard for. I love working with those clients because when it clicks, it clicks. And when we find those couple of things to tweak and change, they're like, oh my gosh, that's what was missing. That's what needed to fill in the gap. And we're not completely overhauling their nutrition and training. We are fine tuning. And especially the closer and closer you get to your fitness goals, the more fine tuning you're going to need. If you have a really huge weight loss goal, like let's say you have 100 pounds or more to lose, right? You don't have to be fine tuning things. You just start to do some things better and you're going to see changes. The closer you get to your goals, the more fine tuning you need. And you might still be going, well, I should know what to do, Megan. I should know. Or my personal favorite is my husband doesn't think I need a coach because he says I know what to do on my own. And my response is, well, how's that working for you? Like, if you know what to do, why are we on this call? And like, how's it working for you? Obviously, there's something missing. I mean, shoot, if Olympians can figure it out on their own, then why should I need a coach? Right? You might be thinking that. Like, I mean, if they can figure it out, like, and Olympians do it on their own, why do I need a coach? And I'm like speaking of Olympians because the Olympics was not too long ago as I record this. But wait a second. Even Olympians have coaches? Hold up. Yeah. Even top athletes still seek guidance and support. Your reluctance to seek help is costing you precious time and energy. And it's not about what you quote unquote should be able to do. It's about achieving your best results faster and more effectively. And that's where a coach can help you out. I actually had a friend reach out to me recently to ask if we could chat about coaching. She was interested in working with me, and she admitted that she has been thinking about it for some time now, but her pride kept her from reaching out. And she told me, she's no longer willing to let her ego get in the way. And she's no longer willing to let her pride hold her back from reaching out for help. And even I personally, as another story or example for you, I work with coaches myself, Megan Hardy, the coach. I'm currently working with business coaches, and I have had some kind of coaching ever since I started my business. That's because I believe so wholeheartedly in the power of coaching, and I won't let my pride get in the way. And I recognize that people who pay attention, right? You might have heard that saying, people who pay attention. Guess why, the $25 meal plan that you bought online, you didn't actually follow because it meant nothing to you. Like, yeah, you paid a little something for it, but it's like, it didn't actually mean anything. And so, like, I've invested a lot into myself and I've also paid a lot of attention. And that's where I can attribute a lot of my success to, is exactly that. And yes, is all of the information that my business coaches have shared with me out there on Google for free? Could I go find it on Google for free? All the information that they've shared? Totally. Would I know how to weed through all of that information to figure out what are the most important action steps for me and for my business? Nope. Or I'd waste a lot of time trying to figure it out. And would I follow through and actually apply all of the information once I finally figured it out from Google searching? Nope, probably not. Like, the accountability that I get from coaching means everything to me. It means I don't have to waste time trying to figure things out on my own. I can go to someone who's at least 2 steps ahead of me and who knows me in my business, who can tell me what to do, and that saves me so much time and headache and helps me stay accountable and actually get results. So, those are just some quick examples of clients that I've worked with, my own experience with coaching, etc. But I want to give you a quick checklist so you can know for yourself if coaching is the right thing for you. So, if you've been contemplating like, do I need a coach? Then you might want to consider hiring a coach if you meet one or all of the criteria that I'm about to share with you. So, number one, you've been trying to figure it out for yourself for 6 months or more, and you are no further along today than you were 6 months ago. You're doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And that is the definition of insanity, my friend. If you keep doing the same thing and it's not getting you results, but you expect it to get you different results, that is the definition of insanity. And I can't tell you how many clients that I have had sign up for my coaching program who have said something along the lines of, man, like, I wish I had found you years ago. Or even some who I spoke to years ago, but didn't sign up at the time, who came back around years later and said, dang, like, I wish I had signed up with you last year when we spoke so I didn't waste a whole year. But, we always switch that conversation around to like looking at the glass half full perspective and go, you know what? Well, hey, you're here now. When is the best time to plant a tree? 5 years ago. When is the second best time? Today. So, congrats. Props to you. Yeah, if you had started a year ago, you'd be a year further along on your journey and more down the road, but you're here today and you're planting that tree today. So 5 years from now, you're going to get to see it grow, right? But if you have noticed that you are like 6 months or more into whatever kind of journey you're working on and you're not seeing changes, you might be the person to consider hiring a coach who can look at it from a fresh perspective, fresh lens, who has experience and the knowledge and can help you tailor and customize your journey to help you see better results faster. Number two, you feel like you're throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that exact phrase from women on calls, literally saying, I feel like I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that it sticks, i.e., you are searching for new diets, for workouts, or trending topics on Google and Pinterest, and you're trying them out for a week or two and then switching to the next thing because it's quote unquote not working. If that's you, you might want to consider hiring a coach. Number three, you feel paralyzed, not knowing what to do or where to start because there is so much information out there. Information overload, analysis paralysis. These phrases really, really hit home with you. You need someone to weed through the information and tell you what are the big rocks to focus on and what is the most important for you. Because the longer that you stay paralyzed from all of the information is the longer that you are not moving forward on your goals. And that is the thing about Google searches and Pinterest and all the other information out there. There is so much free information, but the kicker is finding the most important big rocks for you and then building upon those rocks as you're progressing. That is something that a coach can help you do to help you remove the overwhelm and see more success. Number four, you're having a hard time with consistency. The magic word is consistency. We know consistency is key. And you're the person that knows what to do, but you just can't seem to do it consistently enough. You're the classic, I know what I should be doing. I'm just not doing it often enough. And I know that's my problem. Well, literally, you guys, I would not have a job if it wasn't for people needing accountability. Because, like I've said already, all of the information in my brain is already on Google. So if it was just a matter of free information, I would literally not have a job. It's because people need human interaction and they need accountability. We all need accountability, and that is not a weakness. That's just how we're made as humans. That is a part of our God-given humanness of we need connection and we need accountability, and that is not a weakness. It can actually be a strength, but you have to be consistent to see results. And if you're lacking consistency, you might need a coach. Number 5, diets have never worked for you in the past, or you've never been able to maintain your results. That's because you've been doing diets that weren't meant to be sustainable and weren't tailored to you. You were doing cookie cutter programs, templated meal plans, diets that just don't actually work for you and your lifestyle. So, for that person, I would look for a coach who will help you with behavior change because that's how real change happens. It's not by giving you a chicken and rice meal plan, it's by helping you with behavior change and making whatever it is that you want to achieve an actual lifestyle. So if it doesn't become a part of your lifestyle and a part of your identity and character, then it's not going to be real, long-term, sustainable change. That is how you can get results that you can actually keep, is by making it that lifestyle. So if you're the person who has tried a bunch of things in the past, nothing has worked for you, or at least nothing has worked long term, you might consider hiring a coach to help you figure out what will actually work for you long term. Number 6, you know you're capable of so much more. This is our last one, you guys, and I love it because you're proud of how far you've come, but you want to take your fitness or whatever area of your life to the next level. You're my people right here, where you're not going to accept status quo. You want to see what else you're capable of. You know you're capable of more, and you want to continue growing and learning. There's actually a famous quote by William Burroughs that says, when you stop growing, you start dying. And I love that quote because it's so true. When you stop growing, you start dying. And if you even just think of elderly people, right? When we retire, when we don't really have, if elderly people who don't keep up with any kind of learning or hobbies or have anything to stimulate their brains, like when they stop working, if they don't start growing and learning in other ways, that's when we mentally start declining and start dying. So when you stop growing, you start dying. So if you're the person that you know you're capable of more, then don't let anything or anyone hold you back from becoming better. We should all be striving to become better each and every day. And if that's you, you just don't know how to get to that next level, you might consider hiring a coach to help you get there. So if you decide you want to DIY things, AKA do it yourself and figure things out on your own, more power to you. If that whole list that I just gave you doesn't resonate with you and you're like, I got this and I can DIY this, I know I can. Girl, go for it. That's awesome. Some people can do that. And that's amazing. If you guys know, if you're in my free group on Facebook, I give away so many free resources in there. And there are some people, there's a handful who really can just take that information and run with it. If you know me at all, then you know that I don't gatekeep information because like we've talked about, it's all out there on Google. I'm like, why wouldn't I just give people the information? Because they can go find it on Google. I can just help them out and make it a little bit easier for them and make it a little bit more digestible for them. So I don't gatekeep information. And there's people who they literally have messaged me and said, Megan, I did XYZ that you recommended me to do, and I'm seeing amazing results. This is awesome. And I'm like, that's amazing. And they're not even clients, they're not even working with me. Some people can do that. But if you want to expedite the process and get better results in less time, and you nodded your head to yes, up and down to one of the criteria that I mentioned earlier, then it may be in your best interest to invest in yourself and seek out a coach. Obviously, I offer one on one fitness and nutrition coaching in my company, Fitness Uncharted. However, this applies to any field that you want to excel at, whether it's business, fitness, a sport, a hobby, relationships, life coaching, you name it. You will never, ever regret investing in yourself, and you will get a way bigger ROI, AKA return on investment for anyone who's not a business person. You'll get a way bigger ROI than spending that same money on depreciating assets. Things like clothes and cars and shoes and trips and alcohol and Amazon. Good Lord, Amazon. They're taking all your money, y'all. You just have to ask yourself, is this really a priority to you? How long are you willing to spin your wheels trying to figure it out? How bad do you want it? And if you don't want it that bad, then don't waste your time with a coach and don't waste their time either. Like, please don't waste either of your time. Like, if you don't really want it, hiring a coach is not a magic pill. It's not going to magically do the work for you. You have to really want it. So don't waste your time or their time. But if you want it, then don't let your pride or your circumstances, things like time or money or kids or work or any of the other, life obligations that we all have, don't let that keep you from getting there. Always, always look for the solution. Maybe that's coaching for you. Maybe it's not. But as my man Albert Einstein says, stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. So be the person that looks for the solution. And again, I'll say it again. Stay away from negative people. Don't be a negative person, guys. Stay away from negative people because they have a problem for every solution. And if you try to legitimize your excuses, then you won't ever achieve real success or that next level for yourself. So instead of feeding your excuses, look for the solutions in your life. So I'll let you guys simmer on that. Getting a little deep here. I'll let you simmer on that though. I hope this helps clarify if you're maybe someone who's on the fence with coaching, just to even get whether it's a coach, a mentor, a counselor, a help, a friend, whatever it is that you need, empowering yourself to actually reach out for help and get the help you need. I don't think that you will regret that. So make it an amazing day, you guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode.